State of Wisconsin versus Timothy Olson, 22 CF 1503 and 23 CF 1445. Appearances, please.
Erickson for the state.
Mr. Olson appears from Lucene County Jail with Attorney Ash Castro.
I'll quash the outstanding warrants in each of the two files.
In 22 CF 1503, Mr. Olson is charged with 5 counts of felony personal ID theft, financial gain. Maximum possible penalties include a fine of not more than $10,000, imprisonment for not more than 6 years or both on each count. In 23 CF 1445, Mr. Olson is charged with 1 count of second-degree sexual assault. Maximum possible penalties include a fine of not more than $100,000, imprisonment for not more than 40 years or both.
You just receive a copy of both criminal complaints. I'd waive formal reading, preserve rights and challenges, request preliminary hearing date.
Based on the information alleged in each of the two complaints, I do make preliminary findings of probable cause in each case, and we'll schedule the matters for preliminary hearing. State's request as to bond.
On 22 CF 1503, the ID theft case, the state is requesting $1,000 cash. Given the date of this offense and the facts, I would ask for no contact with KLB, who is the victim in that case. As far as the sexual assault case goes, I'm asking for $100,000 cash. I know Mr. Olson was just convicted in Milwaukee County of a fairly substantial case where he received a fairly substantial sentence. However, this sexual assault case shows a string of the defendant's behavior of drugging or taking advantage of drunk women. Two of which of those cases in that pattern, those women have died. He has this pattern of behavior that he has exhibited across multiple counties. He's going to be in custody anyway. I think $100,000 is fair and appropriate considering the totality of the circumstances and the strong case for the state given the DNA. I'm asking for no contact with the victim, who is CR.
Judge, on the 22 CF matter, I believe that's the ID theft matter. I will be asking for $1,000 cash. I do think it is appropriate. On the sexual assault, I would be asking for $10,000 cash bond. Normally I would agree that a lot higher would be appropriate, but as ADA Erickson said, he just got to Dodge. He's waiting classification. He got a substantial sentence. He's going to be there for a while. I don't think there's a need for $100,000 cash bond. I would also ask, and this is based off my conversation with Mr. Olson, that we waive preliminary hearing time limits and set it out for 90 days. He is attempting to hire private, and he'll be returning to Dodge. Thank you.
Based on the totality of the circumstances here, I will order cash bond of $1,000 in 22 CF 1503. No contact with KLB. In 23 CF 1445, I'll order $25,000 cash bond, no contact with CR. We will accept the defendant's waiver of time limits for the preliminary hearing in each of these matters and set the matters out 60 to 90 days. And would Mr. Olson prefer that initially be scheduled by Zoom?
He'd like an order to transport, please.
All right, we'll have him brought then.
Thank you.
Preliminary hearing, May 28th at 8:30.
Thank you.
Rogers are now. Too deep.
The State of Wisconsin versus Jaden Rogers, 26 CM 488. Appearances, please.
Erickson for the state.
Mr. Rogers appears from Lucene County Jail with Attorney Ash Castro.
Mr. Rogers is charged with 1 count of possession of cocaine. Maximum possible penalties include a fine of not more than $5,000, imprisonment for not more than 1 year in the county jail or both.
We received a copy of the criminal complaint. I'd waive formal reading, preserve rights and challenges. Enter not guilty plea.
Based on the information in the complaint, I do make a finding of probable cause, enter not guilty plea on the defendant's behalf, reserving all jurisdictional and statutory rights and objections. Schedule the matter for status conference. State have any objection to a signature bond?
I would, just given the facts, the concerning facts we have here in his history, I would be asking for $150 cash, no drugs.
I'd be asking for that to be a signature bond. I would agree to, RCAP monitoring. I do think it is appropriate. I understand that he's also got a conviction from 2025, and I believe something from juvenile case, but he just graduated high school. He does not have a job. Given his age, I think signature bond here is appropriate, obviously with RCAP, of course.
Does he live at 3811 Wright Avenue?
He does.
I'll order a signature bond in the amount of $500 as conditions of bond. Mr. Rogers, you cannot possess or consume any controlled substances. By controlled substances, I mean any drugs that are not prescribed for you, including marijuana, accepting only over-the-counter medication and anything for which you hold a valid prescription. That'll be monitored by RCAP. Make all your court appearances on time. Don't commit any new offenses while you're out on bond. Status date?
Status conference, June 22nd, 8:30, branch 4.
Did you say, sorry, hold on. June 22nd at 8:30?
Yeah,
Thank you, sorry.
you're welcome.
500 if you miss court. So make sure you go to court. Okay. It's not worth getting bail jump. Okay. So just show up. They'll give you a paper when you leave, but just.
All right, you can go off. I'll lose your mouse. Hold on here.
Hold on one second.
That's it.
Okay, you're good here.
4D. Okay. Yeah, 4D.
Baloo? Yes, okay, just make sure.
The state of Wisconsin versus Carl Belaloo, 26 CM 408. Appearances, please.
Mark Erickson for the state.
Mr. Baloo appears from the Racine County Jail with Attorney Ash Castro.
Mr. Belaloo is charged with one count of violation of a temporary restraining order of harassment. Maximum possible penalties could have fined of not more than $10,000, imprisonment for not more than 9 months or both.
We received a copy of the criminal complaint, waive formal reading, preserve rights and challenges, enter not guilty plea.
Based on the allegations in the complaint, I do make a finding of probable cause, enter not guilty plea on the defendant's behalf, reserving all jurisdictional and statutory rights and objections, and will schedule the matter for status conference. Counsel should be aware that I heard the injunction request in this case. State's request as the bond.
I am requesting cash. I understand it's a misdemeanor offense. However, 46 emails in violation of an injunction is excessive and somewhat ridiculous. I'm asking for no contact with JC as well as the $250 cash.
I'm asking for a signature bond. His last, whatever I see on the criminal complaint is just from 2006. I did just briefly speak with Mr. Belaloo about not interacting with this individual anymore, considering one, the restraining order as well as potential bail jumping charges. Whatever issue he did have with her has been squashed, or them, sorry, I don't know. Whatever issue has been squashed or quashed, he's not going to have contact with her anymore. Given his one prior from 2006, I'm asking for a signature bond here.
Based on the circumstances alleged, I do believe some cash bond is appropriate to ensure Mr. Belaloo's compliance with already entered court orders, and I will order $250 cash bond as conditions of bond. No contact with the person identified in the complaint by the initials JC. That's no contact with her person, property, residence, or family. No contact in person, in writing, by electronic means, by phone, or by having anyone other than law enforcement or an attorney contact her on your behalf. Make all your court appearances on time. Don't commit any new offenses while out on bond. Status date?
Status conference, June 22nd, 8:30, branch 4.